Hey guys, what's going on? It's Cam, and today I'm going to show you my synth rundown for Conro's City Lights. So yeah, that's the synth. Um, it is 2 layers. It has a little vocal chop in there, and because if you listen really closely, you can actually hear a little bit of a vocal chop in there. But I don't know if it's an actual vocal chop, like the synth itself, that's just been processed the shit out of, or it's a layer. So I just layered it because I got a pretty close sound with operator. So with an operator, the first oscillator is just a regular triangle, and the envelope is just a pluck envelope, just your basic pluck out envelope. Um, and then for my second oscillator, I just started with the sine, and then I just kind of filled these in as I was listening to sound, just to get it closer and closer and closer. And then for this last envelope, it's just your default envelope, I think. Maybe it's not. I don't know what the default envelope is, but I'm pretty sure this is what it is. And then I turned the chorus up just to give it a little more bright harmonics. And the oscillator is just a saw wave D from these options. And then the filter is not being used, so the envelope isn't actually being used. But I just turned it down, and I put I think this a notch. Pretty sure that's what it's called. I don't remember though. So the notch, and then I went from clean to OSR notch, and maybe it's a bandpass. I don't remember. Whatever. So this type of filter, and then I put the filter drive to 12, and I turned the shaper to a soft shaper, and put the drive up to 12 on that as well, to just kind of give it more grit, and it kind of I don't know, it just sounds good. And then over here, I turned the spread up, which is kind of like unison. So I basically just turned the unison up. And for time, I did -80. And this is a really cool little thing in Operator, which basically takes the global time for every oscillator and filter and anything, and you can turn it up by 100%, so you can double it, or you can cut it in half. So I brought this down to -80. And then for the tone, I basically just brought the timbres down to 52%, which sounded pretty good to me. And I just left the volume the same. So in the sound, there's a very mid-high, like it's very, very high mids, and it gives it this kind of like kind of sound to it, which is why there's a mid boost here in this EQ. And I also did some cuts, high and low. And then I also just stressed this more in OTT. I basically just brought out more mids, kind of turned them down, and turned the lows out, because you don't really need lows. And then for the chorus, I just gave it a little bit more unison, so it just sounds a lot wider. And so that's what that sounds like. For the vocal chop, I just took this, I don't know, I just found a packet. Yeah, it's just something stupid like that. And I found a one note part. I just cut one note out of it, and I warped it so that it sounds bad when you changed it or whatever, but it stays the same length, which is nice. I didn't mess with any of the filters or anything, and I just kept it on classic, turn loop and snap off. I transposed it so that the bass note was C, or the root note was C, and then I just messed with the attack and decay. I'm pretty sure it's the same as Operator 1 in Operator, or Oscillator 1 in Operator. And then for the Fab filter, I just did a low and high cut. OTT, I basically brought out more mids. I didn't really mess with any of these knobs. I just kind of messed with the sliders. And then I actually did another shallower cut, and I did a little bit of a boost in the mids again, just because this is a very mid heavy synth. And then for the group, I have boosting a different part of this is like high mids right here and more cuts, high and low, a little bit of compressing. For Camel Crusher, I basically brought up just a little bit of the warmth. I used the tube warp preset and kind of mess with the tube. That's actually, I really like using that on kicks. That's something that can make kicks sound real good. Just another mid boost over here, and then a limiter, so it stopped peaking, and then a side chain to this pattern down here. And that basically just glued the whole thing together, and it sounds like this. Oh, and there's also a reverb send that I just sent this group to, and it's just a reverb, basic Ableton reverb. So yeah, that's it. I went really fast because that's how I like to do these. It's fast. So down here, this group is just me trying to. So I was basically just trying to remake the song there, but whatever, doesn't matter. Anyway, thanks for watching. Go find another one of these and watch it. Cool, thanks.